Hey, good afternoon. I am sitting in an open house again off of Cactus in the 101. So if you're in the area, stop by. You can see the signs. They're right off the highway. It's really easy to get to, but it's a beautiful home. And I was sitting here reading the Cromford Report, which is a report that they put out each week. Kind of gives you a state of the market, and I thought I'd give you a little quick market update in case you're interested. Some people have been asking me about, actually a lot of people ask me about prices. When are they gonna drop? When are they gonna drop? When's the bottom gonna fall out? When's the bubble gonna burst? All that kind of stuff. So I got a little bit of information here that I can share with you that I found out that I really already knew, the stuff that I've seen in the market itself. The first thing is about prices. Prices are still continuing to rise, and they will continue to rise. And they will continue over the next few months. There's still no end in sight. Obviously, they're going to come down eventually, but we don't see that. So right now, we're just looking at a very steady increase. And there are three factors that they talked about that indicate that maybe things would turn, and only one of them is happening. So the first one is the list price reduction. So I'm seeing that where there are homes that are actually they're reducing the prices each week. And that is an indication that prices could come down, but that's the only one. The other two things are not happening. And those two things are days on the market and seller concessions. So we're seeing houses are not staying on the market very long. That's still low. And sellers are not giving concessions like closing costs and paying for things like that. That's not happening either. If those things start to happen, then we're gonna start to go, maybe the prices are gonna start to turn. But as of now, we're not seeing that. As far as some interesting things that I'm seeing, we're seeing contracts, actually, the number of contracts happening are declining in the price point between 300,000 and 400,000. I really believe that's, and they are saying the same thing, that's just a direct result of the rates increasing. So since we're starting to see the interest rates go up, people in that price point are a lot more concerned about what the interest rates are. So they're kind of backing down a little bit. So we're not seeing a lot of things go under contract in that. And as a result, we're also seeing the supply go up in that price point because they're not selling. So there's a declining demand for those homes right now, and so we're seeing the inventory higher. The supply, on things that are over $400,000 is also rising, and that's due just to a flood of new listings. So people are starting to list, and that's great. Like we haven't seen an increase in inventory in quite a while. So to see that in homes over 400,000 is really good. We're also seeing, I'm looking at my notes really quick, so I want to make sure I get everything. We talked about price reductions. Those weekly price reductions are starting to spike in price ranges over 400,000. So we are seeing price reductions too. And the last thing, which I think is kind of interesting, is that we're seeing contracts start to fall through, again, in over $400,000 price point. The reason for that is that buyers are starting to say, oh, well, I'm not really happy with what happened in the inspection, so I'll just walk away. There's three more houses that I really like, that were my backups. We didn't have that a year ago. We didn't have that 6 months ago. We didn't have that 2 years ago. People, once they got under contract, buyers, they were like, oh my God, we have to make this work because there's nothing else. Or I was up against 20 other people and I won. There's no way I can lose this house. So they'll bend over backwards and do anything they can. That's not the case now. They're starting to see that there's more out there. So that's changed. That's kind of interesting. So if you have any questions, or you know somebody, or you are thinking about moving, please reach out anytime. I would love to chat with you. I'm sorry for the long video this time, but I hope you learned something, and I'm always here for you if you need me. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.